What's good, guys? It's me, Joe the Weeb here, back again with another video. Sorry for cursing you with that image of Lucida. I don't know what I did to her. I'm going to try to get off this image as quickly as possible, because I don't like it either. I'm just going to stop messing with the photos. These things are starting to become way too cursed. It's scaring me. Anyway, so this is what if Asta had his gravity magic. Anyway, this is the origin of how Asta would technically get it. With this Lucida, Lucida doesn't look like this in the what if. But just imagine, Asta would, oh my goodness, Asta would be so. Okay, anyway, let's get straight into it. Now, Gravity, anti-magic Labe is telling a story to Asta. Asta didn't ask for it, but he wants to tell it to him. A story about a child that was weak, had no mana, was given. No, he was. Yeah, he. Wait. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He had no mana. Yeah. I was thinking of Asta for a second. You know, Asta and Lebek technically don't have any mana, and he was given. He was put into a book. Yes, a book, which allowed him to attain the anti-magic swords and gravity magic. And yeah, Lucida was all due to that. And he explained that she sacrificed her life to stop Lucifer from getting inside the world of, the Black Clover. Actually, you know what I mean, like the devil world, to get inside the human world. Yes, Lucida stopped it by using her gravity magic. She has absorption gravity magic. Yeah, that's where Asa gets it from. She can absorb things. That would be so OP. Oh my goodness. What a shame that she had to die. That would be so OP. She just absorbs everything around her, making the gravity. It's like if Dante's stuff was on like another level. Like all she has to do is hold out her hand and absorb people, and then boom, they fall to the ground. Yeah. So basically, that's what Labet explains that story as. And Asta says, she sounds like a good person. Yeah, Labet then says, you remind me of her. Yeah, Labet's not clicking it that it's Lucida's child. She said, and then Asta is saying, I need to be more like her. But just not the deaf part. And he, this Asta, gravity, Asta is looking, he's all the way at the top of a tree. Yeah, that's why you don't see anything else. He's just looking where Mariella's going before he's just making sure she doesn't call for backup or anything. And he says, well, it's time for me to get back to my training. And yes, so he's basically at his normal strength after this next month. And Fonzel moves on. And yeah, I'll be going straight to the capital, you could say. After another month of training, Asta has finally gotten his normal strength, along with 15% of his gravity magic, fully unlocked. And he can now fly with, see how like Dante was kind of doing it. Well, he can do it a lot better. Technically, he can do it a lot better because he can attack people with it or do slashes, just like Dante. This seems kind of sus. Oh, I'm going to do that. Never mind. I was thinking of a Star Wars reference. I'm gonna make Dante Asta's father. That would be kind of shocking. I'm joking. I ain't gonna do that. Anyway, Asta then is flying Yuno. Yeah, he can also lift up Yuno too, and they're flying to the capital. But Asta he can barely fly. He's not used to it yet. As Asta as they arrive at the magic exam spot, they both of them fall on Yami. Well, Asta falls on Yami's head, and Yuno just hits his ankle. And yeah, Yami gets quite angry at Asta. He doesn't get angry at Yuno. And he just throws Asta into a wall. And yeah, Asta just got pretty scared by that. And Asta just apologizes. He didn't mean to fall on him. And then he sees that it's a captain of all people. And yeah, Yami was about to fight Asta, but everyone said the exam was about to start. Yeah, so someone who said the exam was about to start saved Asta from getting killed by Yami. Anyway, Asta says, "Oh, I just ruined my chances of getting into one squad already. This sucks." This is what Asta's saying. And then Sake walks over to him and says, "Well, it really does suck." And yeah, Sake just bumps right into Asta and sees that he has a couple of birds around him. He thinks he has low amounts of mana because of the anti-magic sword. Or it would be the anti-gravity sword. It can cancel out magic. And half of the parts of his body, you could say. When he's using his magic, he can let go of the sword and he can bring it back to himself if he's ever in a need of it. Because of the gravity he can do with it. Like Lebed did in the anime. Anyway, so Sake tries to manipulate Asta into fighting him. Okay, I have to edit out my sister. She was being weird. Anyway, okay, Asta, like I said, he was getting manipulated by Sake. And Asta says, "You really would fight me? After what I did to the captains? I'm pretty sure everyone else is scared of me." And Sake says that was just he thinks it's dumb luck that he landed on a captain. So that's why he wants to fight him. And he sees all those birds above him because of the anti-magic sword that's deep inside of him. Like Kurama, I guess. Anyway. Okay, like I was saying, my sister came in my room again. She interrupted me. Anyway, Sake puts his prison around him. And yeah, William explains the first part of the exam. And yes, this Sake is quite different. It's Alpha Chad Sake. So basically, Chad Sake attacks Asta because he knows that he can fly. Sake is going to make him fly and then shoot his the stuff that comes out of his shield. Basically, those spikes. I'm pretty sure he can shoot them out, or he can just jump into the air when Asta jumps. I'm just gonna do that, and the ball should follow him, and the spike should technically hit Asta. I know he can shoot projectiles. Anyway, yeah. So Sake makes Asta jump into the air, and yes, and the attack actually worked on Asta. But Asta didn't use his anti-magic sword, so he wanted to see how durable his body was. And he goes flying into to a wall because they were kind of close to one. And everyone's quite surprised that that attack actually worked on Asta, since he was able to damage a captain. And Sake says, "Bwahaha! I didn't know you're that weak." And yeah, that angered Asta, and he says, "What happened to the friendly competition? You want to play like that? Then I'll show you how I play." And he says, 5% gravity enhancement. And yes, he breaks he breaks straight through oh my goodness, Sake. I almost forgot Chad Sake's shield by he's technically since he's able to use a lot more, he's kind of closer to Lucida now. He can push out his hands to break the gravity around Sake. And he can sense the gravity in his body, so he's just doing that. He's able to break Sake's shield, and Sake doesn't know how he did it. And then Asta just runs straight towards him. And Sake tries to fly away with he tries to fly away with his broom, but he couldn't find it. And yeah, Asta just was able to get close enough to him, and he just touches Sake. And he says, "Looks like I already won the battle. You should be lucky I didn't hurt you even worse than this." And he punches Sake with an enhanced punch and sends him flying through the entire wall. He says, "That was only 5%. You should be lucky. I have had advanced my 5% quite a lot. It's luckily Lebed taught me how to do that." He's talking about the absorption thing his mother used to do. That Lebed kind of taught him, you could say. He can absorb the gravity around everyone, and yeah, he can amplify his percentages. Yeah, this Asta is OP. Okay, he's not OP. He can still get damaged. He's not OP yet. And yeah, so Asta wins his first battle, and he would pass all of his exams quite easily because he has magic, with like and yeah, so Asta gets to actually have a little bit more choices than he usually would have. He has the Golden Dawn. The Golden Dawn would wanted and Asta, but Asta chose the Black Bulls because he wanted to make it up to Yami for hurting him. And Yami says, "You're going to have to do a lot of work, kid, to make me forgive you." And yeah, he pats Asta on the back. And Sake is quite scared of Asta, so he doesn't mess with him when they go into the it wasn't the shower area, it was the bathroom area, my bad. And yes, so so basically Asta meets Gordon and I was about to make a joke, sorry. Anyway, so Asta meets Gordon and Finral. And yes, Asta is then taken back to the Black Bulls headquarters. And then we meet the other Black Bulls. And yes, Asta is greeted by the other Black Bulls. But Magnus says you have to do your initiation. And you have to survive my attack. Or repel it. Or destroy it somehow. And Asta says, "Well, I did hurt the captain. Is that good?" And yeah, Yami just kicks Asta in the stomach after hearing that. He doesn't really have to lift his leg because this Asta is kind of short. Technically, you know how short Asta is, so it doesn't take that much effort to kick him. And Asta then says, "I'm sorry, Yami. Forgive me." And yeah, Magnus says, "Well, that's quite surprising. It must have been lucky that you injured our captain." I wouldn't say it's an injury. He just hurt him with a knee. Actually, he kind of flying kick. Wait, what is it called? He did a flying knee. Yeah, there we go, into Yami. So it kind of hurt him. Anyways, so Magnus says, "You must dodge this fireball attack. Now, good luck with it." And Asta says, "Okay, let's do it then. I need to prove myself to Yami." And Yami says, "Make it at your fullest power." And yeah, that's what Magna does. Yeah, this Yami is kind of being petty, I ain't gonna lie. And yes, Magna uses 100% of his power against this Asta. And he says, "The Rook's not gonna be able to pass this. There's no way." And he hits it as hard as he could at 100%. And Asta then sees that it's very powerful. He needs to use over 5%. So he uses 6%. And he stops in midair. And everyone's shocked that Asta did this. And Asta then, he just starts spinning it around in the air. And he says, "Is that good? I stopped it." And then he pulled out his anti-magic sword. And as it was about to drop to the floor, he's using the anti-magic sword part. He hits it back to Magna. And Magna catches the ball and he says, "That was pretty good, Rook. You passed like the other one." And Asta's saying, "Another one?" And yes, Magna hands over his uniform. And now we get Black Bull Asta. New transformation. Da 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 da. Anyway, Asta then says, "It looks nice on me. Thank you, Magna." And he says, "Oh, I would like to meet this other person that's also a Rook." And Magna says it's a royal, so she might not want to speak to you. And Asta says, Well, then I want to speak to her then. She doesn't have to speak then. Since she's also on my, she's a rook of the Black Bulls. We should become friends. And yes, he goes to try and find Noelle. And after he finds Noelle, it takes him 15 minutes to find her. All the other Black Bulls are just, they're doing their normal thing, being weird. And Asta finds Noelle. And yeah, you know how Noelle is at the beginning of the series. She's big tsundere. And yeah, she says, "Get out of here, out of my face, you idiot." Yeah, Asta was like, "Geez, I took a whole 15 minutes out of my life to just find you, and you're being this rude. I was just wanted to greet you. My name's Asta of the Black Bulls. What is your name?" And yeah, she just she ignores his greeting and walks away. And Asta says, "You don't have to be like this. We're both on the same team." And she says, "This squad sucks. Why would you ever want to choose this? You have good mana potential." And she's kind of jealous of Asta because he has a lot of control, and he's basically from a village, Hodge village, and he has a lot of amazing mana. She can see that, and Asta says, "It's all because of all because of Lebe. He's given me this strength. I would be nothing without him." And she says, "Lebe, who is this Lebe you speak of?" He Asta really doesn't know that Lebe is a devil. He says, "Well, he's black." No, no. Oh my goodness. I don't know why I'm laughing. Yeah. He basically describes what Lebe looks like, and Lebe he doesn't seem to pay. He's not paying attention. And Noelle says, "You have a very weird imagination, and you really are an idiot." And yeah, she just walks away again. And Asta says, "Oh yeah." He was about to. I was about to make this. Asta is about to be abusive for a second. Never mind. I was about to make him fight Noelle. I need to chillax. Anyway, it's not over to the next day. Asta was tasked with fighting with doing house chores, and this Yami kind of hates him a lot. He makes him pick up poop and stuff from the animals, and yes, he sees that Noelle is training in the forest. I ran out of pictures, so you just see this Asta, and this Asta, Gravity Asta, sees how hard Noelle is training, and he offers to help her. But as he tries to help her, she just gets angry at him. She says, "I don't want my help from someone gifted with good mana control." And Asta says, "I'm really not gifted at all. I'll probably have nothing but lower amounts of mana if it wasn't for my with Lebe. You know what I mean? Like I said before, I'm weak without him, and I need to get stronger." And yes, so Asta says, "No, please let me help you. I can also use two types of magic." And yeah, this makes Noelle even madder that he can use two types of magic. And yeah, she just keeps ignoring him, and this makes her go into her water prism a lot sooner. And Asta tries to throw his sword into the water prism, but it misses because he didn't throw it accurately. Yeah, so basically, yeah, Noelle goes into our water prison a lot earlier, so he wasn't unprepared for that. And then he sees that the sword didn't hit the mark, so Asta says, "Well, this is another trial for me to prove myself." And Asta then goes up into the air, and he sees that Noelle is still trapped in the prison. I wish I could get more pictures. I'm sorry if it's just this Asta. Anyway, he sees it, and he slow. Yeah, he makes the gravity in there in the water prism with Noelle, since he can sense how much mana. I mean gravity is inside of a person. He weakens her mana by making her weigh a lot more than she usually is. So basically, a fat Noelle. I'm sorry. I'm just imagining obese Noelle, which it's alright to be obese. Eh, I'm gonna be. I don't want to. Actually, I'm about to get canceled if I don't be quiet. Anyway, it's okay to be fat. They call me fat fat. I'm going to edit that out. You guys shouldn't have known that. Anyway, so why Asta then yeah, after he weakens her magic pull on the water prism, she falls straight to the ground, and Asta makes her float, and he flies down, and all the other bull members come out to see what happened. And Asta he's just holding Noelle up with her gravity, and Asta's saying she lost control of her magic. She has very unique and strong mana. If only she could control it, I wouldn't be able to land a hit on her. Now this is my new rival. You know, you've now been replaced. And yes, this is where I'll be ending off. So Asta has a new rival, and it's Noelle Silva. What will Asta do for the next part? Will he express his true feelings about her being his new rival? Anyway, you'll figure that out next time on Asta in Gravity World Dimension. Okay, hopefully you guys enjoyed the what if. I'm sorry I didn't have enough pictures because I could have really used the water prism instead of Asta being wide Asta. Like, look at him. This is the beginning of the series Asta, and he's already wide. I never noticed that. He's been wide Asta all this time. We just haven't noticed it. I guess when you just age, your body just shows it more. Okay, anyway, I want you guys to stay safe, keep it chill. I don't know what I'm gonna make. Oh yeah, I'm making Anyos Winter ReZero tomorrow. Enjoy it, and peace out, guys.